So, tomorrow's my birthday. No applause necessary, but I will take inflated scores and shots of whiskey. So, a few weeks before my 30th birthday, my girlfriend and I broke up. It happens. Instinctively, I knew that someone with maturity and emotional intelligence, a modicum of self-respect, would take some time, get his bearings, recalibrate. I possess none of these traits, and my gut instinct was what got me into this mess in the first place. It could not be trusted. Instead, I obsessed about the fact I was missing sex on yet another milestone birthday. Before you judge, let me point out, birthday sex is so amazing that there's an R&B song about it. Would an R&B singer lie and then not release an album outlining every inaccuracy in graphic detail? Oh girl, sex on your birthday, well it was okay, but Secretary's Day was better. Let me be clear, I didn't want a birthday hookup, I wanted birthday intimacy. So I went where everyone looking for a quick connection turns, the internet. Online dating is horrible. Right away, getting any response from anyone seems amazing. And that's the state of mind I was in when Jill wrote back, I have tickets to a major sporting event. Most guys would say, major sporting event? Hell yes. But I don't give a shit about sports. I said yes anyway. Jill was a hipster jeweler. She had a tattoo of different gem cutting patterns in her arm, which is the right way to have a tattoo. It's unique, meaningful, and handy as a quick reference at work. Although I was ignoring my gut instinct and my dating skills had completely atrophied, I had one thing going for me. Since my breakup, I had been venting my frustration by running long distances every day, so I looked pretty good. Unfortunately, Jill and I didn't really have a connection, so it made the goodbye really difficult. How do you say, you're a nice person, but not someone with whom I want to have birthday sex? The best I could do was, this was really fun. Let's do this again sometime. The next week, Jill texted me several times. I was like, whoa, she's really into me. I'm always on the other side of this equation. Maybe I missed something? We agreed to see a documentary the next week and way up in Germantown. Jill was going to drive. So before she showed up, I cooked myself a veggie dog that had been sitting in my fridge for a little while. So that way if I wanted an out after the movie, I could say, oh, I've already eaten. When she pulled up, Jill was so happy to see me. She kissed me on the cheek, and in the pit of my stomach, I knew this was not going to work. Halfway to the theater, I also knew I really had to go to the bathroom. As soon as we got there, I said, I'll be right back. Go on inside. I hit the toilet just in time for a tornado of shit to rush forward. I realized that this is called a shit-nado. And then a hurricane of shit poured down, which is called a shitacane. I staggered into the theater about 15 minutes later and 5 shades paler, just in time for the movie to start. It was great for 5 minutes, and then my stomach started making so much noise that the people around us started to shush me. I said, I'll be right back. And I crawled over all the people in the aisle to get to the bathroom. When I returned, Jill told me all the points on the plot that I missed, and as soon as she finished, I said, awesome, I'll be right back. And we continued this process until the movie ended. On the drive home, I felt terrible, both from projectile shitting for the better part of 2 hours, and for treating someone who seemed to genuinely like me so poorly. I wanted nothing more than to go home and wallow in my own failure and possibly more shit. But Jill, desperate to salvage the date, said, there's a show happening right by your house. Let's check it out. How could I say no after ruining the evening? Absolutely. It was the kind of show where the audience was the other bands on the bill, Jill, and me. I realized that what my gut had been trying to tell me this whole time might have been right. I wasn't ready to be dating. I said, I gotta go. Home. Jill dropped me off and I said, I feel so embarrassed. I'm really sorry for everything. She said, shit happens, and drove off. Sometimes it's so easy to be distracted by sparkling veneers of fit bodies or birthday sex that you can ignore the shit that your gut knows is just underneath the surface. Even a jeweler can make that mistake.